Sony has dropped a couple of new epic beasts, a 24-105 f4 to convince people not to mount a Canon 24-105 on Sony cameras, and a Sony camera, the A7R III no less, but have only been given 45 minutes with each item, so let's not waste time. There's boxes being laid about everywhere, but I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. I don't know. Let's get some snacks. Do you want a snack, Tim? No. This is
Calories.
recommendation.
Pure calories.
That's diabetes on a plate right there. Got my fix of sugar, and first we get fixed up with a 24-105 f4G. It's got a G, no GM, but that's fine. G Master makes it sound like you're a rapper anyway. Look at that. Alright, now we know where the goodies are. So yeah, new 24-105. It's one of the most useful lenses ever. Canon 24-105 is one of the best lenses you can get, basically because it's the most useful. We get to control the flash. Oh! The latest Canon 24-105 is 800 grams of all-rightishness, superbly practical goodness. It's quite bizarre when everybody's got a trigger. It must be a really unhealthy job as a model. But a full-frame lens is actually quite light. This is 663 grams, 9-bladed aperture, rounded, close focusing of 38 centimeters, and it's weather sealed. But how's it look? Pretty bloody good, I'd say. Yep.
Oh my god.
Look at that. Yes, it's got this as well. Well, you can have it on continuous autofocus and you have this to hold the focus. It's a simple idea, but it's a really good idea. And I'm not just saying that to kiss butt because I'm in Sony HQ. Another good thing about the 24-105 is the stabilisation, which is why this is a versatile lens to have. Locke used this a lot for video. I'm sure you've used 24-105 for video. It's brilliant. F4, fixed. It's got IS. Useful range. It's nice and crispy for stills and video work at f5.6. So let's see what this is like at f4. No bloody clue what's going on here though. It looks like some Victoria's Secret fused with 8-year-old birthday party shit. Fair enough, at least the image quality is more than fair. So that's at f4. Looks pretty good to me. It's got 4 aspherical elements, lots of ED elements, so this should be well corrected from all those aberrations and stuff. The nano coating makes it incredibly flare resistant, and I couldn't see any colour fringing. It looks mostly good. It's just at 24mm where, unsurprisingly, there's some barrel distortion, a little drop off in sharpness in the corners, but wait a moment, there's a steep fall off in light at the edges there. Not something that you can completely eliminate by pushing the slider all the way to the right. Alright, on to more important matters. What about that bokeh dough? Tin foil! It's like Inception stuff. I'm shooting the camera and lens that's exactly the same as what I'm using. I think that's pretty bloody good. Top cheese. Apart from the wide and wide open performance, not much to dislike. Some might scoff at the price, as it comes in at around $300 more than the Canon 24-105. But scoff all you like, because next is the A7R III! Yes, I'm here with internet famous people.
What language is that? Oh no! What's that?
Ah,
What language is that?
that's wasted about 5 minutes just finding out what language is. Okay, JPEG, yes, because no RAW. Well, let's just shoot both. Oh yes, here it is, the third generation of the A7R. But is this as big a leap as the A7R II was from the original? extra fine JPEG. So yeah, this is A7R III. It looks kind of similar. Well, the body is more like the A9 than the A7R II, because if you look on the side, ooh, why have I got this on here? Just in case I steal it. It's like I'm running off. Thief. No, you got 2 slots here, just like A9. New battery. So more juice to go longer, which is great because the battery in the A7R II was pants.
2 card slots, 2 USB ports, 1 USB 2, the other USB 3, 1 for tethering, 1 for powering, 2.2 times more battery juice, and 1 nipple.
So one new thing is the nipplet. It's got a new nipple on the back, just like the A9. And it's a touchscreen, but you can't use it for things like the menu system.
Talking about the menu,
Okay, so yes, the menu system's still haven't changed.
and that certainly is not a good thing.
They need to give longer than 45 minutes. It takes about 25 minutes just to get through the menu.
Oh, that's okay, because the model seems to be on a cigarette/pipe break.
So yes, 42 megapixels, just like the A7R II. It doesn't have the stacked sensor that the A9 has. Focus is quick. I mean, I had the A7R II before, and it was decent. It wasn't amazing though. They say this is 2 times as fast. It is zippy.
Sure, I'm just photographing a dude having a smoke, but the autofocus is speedy. And even though I'm only shooting JPEG, no RAW converter yet, I can take an underexposed shot, pull the shit out of the shadows, crop the crap out of it, and marvel at the splendour of all that wicked detail.
I don't know, why is it in German again? Oh, let's have some fun, let's have it in Russian.
Da! And I'd definitely say yes to an extra stop of stabilization.
This has got 5.5 stops of in-body stabilization versus the 4.5 stops of the predecessor.
Useful for handheld video shooters who like using their hands.
So this is S-Log3, the A7R II only had S-Log2. And you get 14 stops of dynamic range.
It retains those details in the highlights like a bouse, and perhaps I'm imagining it, but it feels like Sony's making slight changes to their colour signs. The skin colours seem less bad. As with the R2, the Super 35 image looks better than the full frame.
So it's 5K readout, downsampled.
Still, the full frame 4K looks rather nice. Add to that a 1080 120p inherited from the A9.
I had the A7R II. I bought it because I wanted to vlog with it because it had better autofocus, phase detection autofocus compared to the A7S II, which doesn't. It's contrast detect. But I didn't quite like the full frame video on that. Super 35 looked good, but then it's crop. Ooh, be interesting to see what rolling shutters is like on this. Let's just do a wee. I mean, like, not that kind of wee. Wee. Yep. That's super 30. I mean, sorry, this full frame. You can see there's a bit more. Seems okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we upgraded.
Oh, really?
A7R Mark II.
And this is in full frame as well.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, definitely. Be interesting to see what the A7S III is all about. I wonder when that's going to be coming out.
I'm expecting to. So. Thank you.
All right, thank you. One mention of A7S III and it's like, okay, call to security. Yeah, I don't know what's in my ear. It's call security anyway. He mentioned A7S III.
We'll just have to speculate about the S3 for now, but if you ever need to end a convo with a Sony staff sharpish, talk about a camera that they know is going to be released, but is not yet released.
It's got LSI inside of it, which is always good.
Well, better than having on the outside.
But that allows it to do a little bit more with the same sensor than before. You've got 15 stops of dynamic range with this.
Oh, it's the lady marrying herself again.
And this shoots 14-bit RAW. Totally silent if you want to. And 10... Protect the animals, or some naughty guy is going to use that on the train.
The shutter's apparently redesigned. Last 500k actuations, vibrates less, still sounds like hamster stuck in a trapdoor.
But that's at 10 FPS. That's the crazy thing. Check this out. So it's got a buffer, 76. Which is great because I've got 76 shots of my chin.
76 JPEG or compressed RAW, 28 uncompressed RAW 14-bit, but you can reel off a 10 FPS burst with flash.
Wow, epilepsy. It's totally nuts. Oh, actually, yeah. It may be the same body as the A9, but I was going to go for the dial there. I was like, okay, I'm going to change to continuous high. It doesn't have that dial there. So let's go into that room full of balloons. DJ Khaled!
Do note that you won't get live view shooting at 10 FPS. If you want that, it will be at 8 FPS. It still has some blackout though, unlike the A9, but it has some other stuff from the A9, the superb 3.69 million dot finder. This isn't quite as big a step up from the original to the 2, but it somehow feels like a more complete camera. It's faster, feels more like a camera I'd use for subjects that, well, move. Everything feels a lot less like a steady-paced, high megapixel heavyweight slugger, and focuses with greater intent, impresses with a faster burst. No 4K 60p? Yeah, calm down, but for a 42 megapixel camera, this has a decent video feature, and perhaps the most important thing of all, it's got a proper battery now.
2.2 times. Yes. Woof.